Hola chicas, we're back. A little night installment. I'm getting excited for these. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I shower, get all cute for y'all. I didn't put on an egregious amount of lip gloss like last night, so hopefully tonight is better. But we have notes. We have quite a bit. So let's get into it. Cause yeah. Yeah. Okay, so last thing we left off on my dream journal or dream mission, whatever the fuck I'm calling these things. But basically I'm like, all right, so I understand the importance of not being reactive and leading my younger self with compassion, but I still want to make the jump. Like, yeah, it's cool and all to be non-reactive and compassionate for my younger self, but baby, we still got places to go. Like, we can't not go places because you scared, right? So I'm like, all right, how can I make my younger self feel safe enough to make this jump? So I'm like, all right, validate the fear, invite the vision. So like, when the fear comes up, I'm like, okay, that's what it is. It's fear, but let's let's think about it a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, this time we're different. This time we're stronger. This time, da da da. And I'm like, okay, it's cool. That's cool. What else I could do? Ritualize the readiness. So like, maybe write a letter from my future self to my younger self, da da da. Or even just give that younger part of me a job. Like, you feel unsafe, hold the map then. You know what I'm saying? Do this, do that. But it's like, the more and more I thought about that and like dug into that and like even moved through it in my body, I'm like, I don't really think my younger self is afraid. Because like I said earlier, my younger self was real fearless. So I really don't think it's my younger self that's afraid, because I feel the fear in my adult body. So I'm like, all right, let's deep dive into that. Because it's like, I don't know, doing all these things for my younger self and my child self kind of felt like it was separate from um me. Kind of felt like I was doing this to a different something separate from me. Like, it wasn't really helping my present self overcome what it is that I need to overcome. So I'm thinkinizing, right? And I'm like, all right, so this feels more about integration than anything else, really. And the fear isn't just a memory, it's still active in my nervous system. So like, that's the thing. That's the thing that's making this jump hard, is because the fear is active. It's present in my adult body. Not It's not really my child self that is, I mean, she might be scared, but she's only scared because of learned patterns, right? So diving deep, and I'm like, all right, so this is resonance and not regression. So it's not bad that these fears are popping up, and it's not like, it doesn't mean that like I'm going backwards or I'm not growing, maturing, whatever. But it's resonance. And I was like, all right, so like, let's dive deeper into resonance, because like, in my head, I know what resonance means, but it's like, I feel like in my head, I'm just like, all right, resonance is like how much you are resonating. Is that a word? Resonating? Resonizing? How much you resonate with a certain frequency. So like, that's your resonance, right? So that was my understanding of, that's not wrong, but I feel like in this idea that we're talking about, resonance is, well, we can talk about resonance as a felt frequency, not just a memory. Like, it's the energetic or emotional echo that occurs when something in the present vibrates at the same frequency as something in time. And when I say in time, I just mean the past or the future. Because I feel like the present moment is outside of time. We can get into that another time. But it's vibrating at the same frequency as something in time, causing it to activate within me. So I'm like, okay. So when the fear or thought of an unfavorable timeline comes up, it's likely something unresolved, remembered, or even ancestral. So like it's not even just a memory. I'm resonating with it again. Like it's vibrating actively in my body again. But it's not bad. Resonance is a bridge. It shows where my attention is being pulled to either retune, realign, or reclaim my power. So like I could just look at it as like, you know, a marker to tell me what's going on. Like once this fear pops up, or it don't even have to be a fear, because it could be something good that is my resonance. But like for the sake of this conversation, once the fear pops up, it's just letting me know what's going on. Like, okay, you still have this feeling in your body that you're not tending to, or whatever the fucking case may be, right? But I'm like, it's really not about catering to my younger or broken self. It's about letting my entire system experience safety in the present moment. Like every part of me. Because like, yeah, I have my younger self, I have my future self, I have my sporty self, or whatever the fuck. But like all of these cells is the whole system. And I need the entire system to feel safe. So what's happening? I'm like, all right, so I feel the fear. My adult logic knows better, but my body doesn't update as fast because the body keeps score, not of logic, but of pattern. And that is what I feel like I was missing the most, because I'm like, yo, logically, this is a no-brainer. I should be straight. Like, I don't know why I'm so stuck on these limiting beliefs and these thought patterns that don't really serve me, and not really holding the frequency that I need for this shit to manifest. I mean, aside from it is like a complete 180 from what I'm used to. So like, it just feels different. So that is crazy. But like, I feel like, I don't know, it just logically wasn't making sense, like how much I'm holding on to it. But it was my body that was holding on to it, and I wasn't tending to my body. I'm tending to my mind. I'm like, girl, A, B, C, D. Why the fuck is you still on that shit, bro? Like, let it go. But my body was feeling it, right? So my nervous system memories is still looping an old pattern of unsafety, and that is what I needed to address. So what now? Like, how do we address that now? It's time to rewire. It's time to recode my body and mind to move in sync, to move together. Name the fear when it comes up. Physically soothe the body. Physically tell my body, like, girl, we're good. Like, you got water. You got some food. You know what I'm saying? You could chill. Like, you don't have to be in, like, this state of panic. And the thing is, like, my mind is like, duh. But it's like my body don't feel that. And I wasn't really catering to my body. And then take a micro action. So, like, it could be something small that aligns me with that timeline or whatever, right? Actually, we kind of getting through this. All right, so I'm like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. And I'm starting to feel less resistance in my body. Like a couple nights ago or a night ago, I don't fucking know. But as I'm talking about the hesitancy I can feel the pain building up in my lower back again, or the discomfort or whatever the fuck it is building up in my mid lower back again. And I'm just like, oh. And that is what I need to work to. As I'm talking about it now, I feel great. My back is not hurting. And, you know, I'm just feeling a lot more safe in my body. But it made me think, did I just squeak? I think I just squawked. Anyway. So I'm like, all right, boom. But how do I know if things are unresolved? Because I'm like I said, I feel like the pressure in my body wasn't building up. And even when unfavorable thoughts did pop into my mind. It didn't feel the same. It didn't feel as dire, as detrimental as before. So I'm like, okay, I feel like it's dwindling, but how do I know if things are resolved, right? So I'm like, maybe the fear doesn't have to completely disappear, but the resonance pulls don't pull me off center, if that makes sense. Like if I do happen to dip into, or not even dip into really, but like if the fear does come up and that resonance vibrates and what's the word I'm looking for? Like gives me that signal that this is still something not even maybe active in my field, but like something to look at. Like, is this happening for good, or should I be worried? Should I? Why it's coming up? Basically, what I'm trying to say. But when it comes up, I don't spiral. I'm not like, oh fuck, this is it. It's not gonna work. I'm done. I'm done. I'm more just like noticing it and letting it go. And that's honestly like, I feel like I'm moving through this whole process pretty quickly, at least in comparison to me in the past. But I feel like I'm only able to move through it quickly because of all the work I put in the past. Like all the meditating I done. Like I know how to monitor my thoughts like a boss. Like a boss. Let me not put too much dip on my chat. But I'm just like noticing when the thoughts come up and noticing the changes in my body physically, and noticing like, okay, I thought about this and then I felt that pain and how they're connected. I trained for this shit. I trained for this shit, bro. I trained for this shit. Like, I feel like it's only coming to me pretty easily now because I done spent a year in hermit mode, meditating every day type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I just said all that to give me my flowers. Like, I just feel really proud of myself. But yeah, so like when to know things are being resolved, I'm like, it no longer pulls me off sudden. Like I don't have the thought and I'm like, fuck, that shit is real. I'm just like, oh, that was cute. That happened. It's whatever. Or I could reframe it, I could rewrite it, I could do whatever, but I don't feel like an urgency to. And that's another thing too, because I feel like I've been thinking about like robotic affirmation and just affirmations in general and rituals and mantras and shit like that. And I remember the one time I did do robotic affirmation, it did work, but it didn't stick. And you like, probably why it didn't stick. Like it came because I done drilled it into my subconscious, but like I really wasn't ready to hold it. But that's another thing. So I'm like, I know robotic affirmation work, but now when I do it, it feels like I'm begging. And the logical part of my mind knows that you don't beg for shit. You command it, and not even demand it. You command it, right? So I'm like, all these rituals and things, they just feel like I'm begging instead of commanding. You feel me? Like every time I'm like, oh, maybe I should do a ritual to do this, it just kind of feels like robotic affirmation. It just feels like I don't believe, or I don't know that what I'm asking for is possible and plausible and on the way. So I gotta do all these things, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know where I was going with that, to be honest. But let's continue with signs that it is being resolved. The trigger feels distant or faint. Like I was saying, like it doesn't feel that close. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel that dire. Like, ooh, like it's like right there. You know what I'm saying? Your body softens instead of tightens. And that's the real one. Because like I said, I feel like my nervous system was the thing that's like holding the nigga back for real. But I'll notice the fear and just like breathe into it. It's like, that was a time that happened. Whatever. Move on. Hold space for the thought without spiraling. I feel like that's the same thing. Like I'm just like, okay, like I see it, I hear you. We can visit this if actually we don't really have to, but like we can if it might help for whatever reason, but we don't have to, and we don't spiral. I don't feel like I need to avoid or fix it. Like, that's another thing too. I feel like with the affirmations and like all the rituals and dirty wine with the crystals and things, when they came up, it felt like, oh, let me get the crystal, let me get the sage, let me dirty wine over here, let me, you know what I'm saying? It felt like I had to do something. I feel like that is kind of what I was saying the other night, like doing something, I had to do something fast or else I feel like something will collapse, which is time pressure, right? Like we were saying, the internal experience of racing against a deadline. It's when your nervous system is in a push state, feeling like you must do something fast or else something will collapse. It's rooted in survival and external authority. So yeah, I don't really feel that need, like, oh, let me get up and let me do this and because if I don't, then it won't. And that's really not how things go. Or the story just changes altogether. So like the fear comes up and I'm no longer looking at it as like it's doomed, whatever. I'm curious now, or it's funny now, or it's just, it doesn't hold the same charge, right? So I'm thinking about all of this in relation to my manifestation that I'm calling in. And I'm like, okay, all of this is making sense. All of this is making sense. But I think my main thing is that my inner field hasn't 100% accepted that this level of ease and support is mine. 'Cause I feel like that is what's really tripping me up. Because it's like, it's not that I don't think it can happen. It's just like, for it to happen in the time that I would like it to, and in the, I'm not even gonna say in the way that I would like it to, but more so like just easily, because I don't want to put too many parameters on how it should happen. I just know I don't want to stress behind it. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, like I just need to be like, I'm done, thanks, give me my money again. But that is like what's really tripping me, right? So I'm like, can I accept that I no longer need to struggle to be worthy of what's already mine? Can I? The belief is in worthiness. The belief in worthiness is my energetic identity. And that's what I'm like, I don't know, teetering about. Because I'm like, yeah, I have a certain amount of time that I was like, I have a time that I would like this thing done by. But I know my energetic identity is really what decides whether or not the cat is dead or alive before we open the box. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm like thinking, and I'm like, it doesn't feel like an impossibility for me. It just feels like the version of me that has a manifestation is so far away. My earth brain perceives that farness as a lot of time. Like, it's like, so since like, I'm like, it's not impossible for me, but I'm like, the version of me that has the manifestation is so far away, right? That my earth brain is like, that's a long time from now. Like, something I have to transform and change and evolve and shift into this being that embodies that timeline. And when I think about who I am now versus who I will be once I get the manifestation, it feels so far away that I start to fall out of temporal confidence. And we spoke about temporal confidence already. But temporal confidence is when you shift into the knowing that you are the tempo, that time bends and organizes around your vibration, not the other way around. It's not passivity, it's energetic authority, right? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's when I feel like my energetic identity, my energetic authority starts to wobble, because I'm like, that feels like a different bitch. Like, she feels like a whole nother bitch. So I'm feeling the dissonance between where I am and who I will be once I get the manifestation. But the gap isn't so much about worthiness. It's about proximity in embodiment. My earth brain is used to linearity and translates energetic distance as time. And it's like, okay, so the more I think about it, the more I'm like, okay, energetic distance is not time. Because I'm even thinking about who I was a month ago, different bitch. Who I was last week, different bitch. So it's like, it's really not about time. I have to get rid of that idea. And I guess it is another pattern. I don't know. Because my body doesn't feel as like, braced. Like I'm not bracing for impact when I'm thinking about this. It just feels distant, and foreign. Maybe I need to like integrate that version of myself into my present moment a little bit more, because that is how you collapse the timeline. It's fucking clickanizing. I'm a fucking scientist. But yeah, so it's about readiness to receive without friction. I feel like that is the main thing, like without friction. Because the bitch that has the manifestation, easy peasy lemon squeezy, she's enjoying it. That's how fucking easy it was. She's not even stressing about it. She's actually enjoying it. And just remembering that I'm already proof that transformation is real, fast, and non-linear. And that even goes back to like the whole conversation I had about the path, breathing, and changing. It's really not a straight line as our earth brains perceive time to be. It's really this quantum entanglement. That's the end of my notes. I guess we're at the end. Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, the fear is not as strong as it was a couple days ago. I do feel a lot more prepared to command my manifestation into fruition. I feel like the ball is rolling already a little bit. It's just not completely solidified in this vibration quite yet, or in my vibration quite yet. I don't fucking know the words. But yeah, I just feel like now it's really just about holding that vibration. Yeah, holding that vibration and just staying in the knowing that shit can be easy for me. Shit can be easy for me. And also before I leave Anais, I feel like a lot of the fear was about outside perception. And it's like, even after the manifestation comes, nobody has to know. Like, not saying I have to hide it, but like, I really don't have to tell nobody, like, oh, look what I just manifested, bitch. Like, I'm that girl and I did it because I'm quantum. Like, I could just, they don't have to know how it happened, or the how it happened, because fuck their opinion. Because I feel like I kept being like, yo, if this shit don't go right, everybody gonna laugh at me. But it's like, now I'm at the mindset where it's like, I know it is gonna go right, but do I give a fuck what everybody else thinks? I feel like I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't give a fuck what everybody else thinks. So I shouldn't even have to even conceptualize how the conversation would go. Because that was the thing. I would conceptualize how the conversation would go once I failed. But I'm not even entertaining that idea anymore. So it's like, should I conceptualize how the conversation goes once I win? I don't really think I should. Like, I don't really think that would really help a nigga. Because that's really, I still have to convince niggas that it's not a fluke. It wasn't like, it just feels like a never ending thing. And it's just like, I could just keep it to myself. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Well, actually, I don't know what I'm going to do, because we aren't there yet. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot more quantum. I'm feeling a lot more in control. I'm feeling like the quantum motherfucking commander, bitch. And the T about the QBU is I'm Tiffany Gray. I'm the Quantum Commander. I'm Tanya Spark. I'm Chase Bandit. I'm Captain Audacity. I'm Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm the Quantum Baddie. Am I missing anybody? Technically, I might technically be Doc Drop, Dr. Hydration.mp3, but that one feels tested. I don't know. But like, I'm 7 motherfuckers in the fucking QBU. And I'm feeling like the Quantum Commander specifically right now. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna see ya when I see ya.